Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we'll take a look at another 2v2 replay, and as you can see now I have a section of 6 games that I played with SoulsKeeper. So we'll see what matchups those were. I think we are playing against some good players like Suwak Aegis, maybe Suwak and Macrozerg, we'll see. And I also had some 1v1 replays against SoulsKeeper, so now you will see it from the other perspective, how I utilize the knowledge about SoulsKeeper when I play with him and not against him. Because as I was saying in the videos against SoulsKeeper, when I'm playing against someone, I usually have some knowledge about a certain player and what playstyle he has, what are his weaknesses. And for example, of course, when I'm playing with him, I want to utilize mainly his strengths. So that's what we are going to focus on now. So let's see the replay. As you can see, this was played on No Man's Land at 100% game speed. So this will be a little bit faster. Also, I was playing as Beast in this game. And SoulsKeeper is also Beast. So we are double Beast against Empire Suwak and actually Fallen Aegis, which is quite unusual. Usually Suwak plays with Macrozerg and Aegis plays with Pravsha, but this time it was Suwak with Aegis. This is also probably a little bit older game, before the 2v2 tournament or something. Maybe we were actually practicing for that, because this was one of the maps that was in the map pool, even though it was not played a single time during the tournament. But of course everyone was practicing everything. So yeah, I'm against Empire, of course. Suwak basically always plays Empire, so this is really simple. And then SoulsKeeper on the bottom against Aegis. Aegis playing Fallen, or pretty big map, and not going for quick expansion, which is interesting. Also building his hive really far away from his Dark Fortress, which is also not the best in this map, where you have this huge entrance that you just cannot close. And also there is always more entrances from different sides, so it's really difficult. You can potentially close it here, but they can still come from this side if they want to, so this map is really hard to close. Actually, as you can see, Suwak on the other hand decided to go for quick expansion, which is possible with Empire, but it's definitely not as easy as with Fallen, even though on these bigger maps it's not that important. Also, I mean, we are probably random, but if they knew that I was Beast, then it would make even more sense, because it's quite hard with Beast to actually stop something. They are a little bit slower. And especially when the map is so big, it's a little bit harder to get there. I need to run here and I need to check this expansion, I need to check the surface. Also, I need to check what he's doing in his main base, so it's really difficult for me to actually do all these things. And actually went for a really quick farm, which is not that usual. Obviously, he wanted to support his economy a little bit more by making more peasants, thanks to more population from this farm, before he finishes his town hall, which will give him another population. But of course he will have a little bit later barracks, which means he will unlock his towers a little bit later, and that is the defense he mainly needs. But as I said, I cannot stop this with Beast anyways. I'm actually going to scout this with my warrior, then I will need to somehow react to it. SoulsKeeper also finding Aegis here, finding out about the tower. Now immediately pinging that there is an expansion. There was a peasant just scouting, not really doing anything. Maybe he'll try to do some tower rush, but probably not. So I immediately got to the expansion, I'm starting to hit it. If he finished actually the barracks earlier, maybe he could have made a tower, but probably not. We can't really know that. As you can see, I'm immediately also sending my Borons there, because I already have Goblin Hut and I'm producing Goblin Hunters, which will get there much quicker than the Borons, so I want to get them here a little bit sooner. And now I'm just hitting it. He already has some units, so this will be quite difficult for me to push. I also need to come here from really far away. Also, he's actually already getting resources from here, so now he has bigger income. His production building is much closer, and also his ally is now coming to help him, just with 2 Heistingers for now, but he'll probably come with more units. He of course also needs to protect his own town against SoulsKeeper, but SoulsKeeper is actually coming to help me now with 2 warriors. But before he gets here, it's basically a 1v2, even though as I said, Aegis only has 2 Heistingers here for now. But SoulsKeeper is building some decent army here. Aegis has a tower, so I think he's quite safe, even though he built it on the side, so you can still slip through here and attack his economy. But right now I'm just trying to accumulate a little bit more units. Of course, this is not best because I'm giving time to Suwak to build some towers. Also making one tower at home, so this will be really difficult to push, but maybe I can actually get 2 trolls, even though I'm not making even Dark Archer, neither Bestiary yet. But yeah, I'm just pushing the swordsman back, of course with much stronger army. One tower is already being upgraded. Fortunately, at least SoulsKeeper is attacking here on the peasants. Aegis is finally sending some more units there. Yes, we can see some hive spitters. Not too many hive stingers for now, but they have the front line from Suwak. With those swordsmen, he was still spending ton of resources on this, yeah? He made 2 towers, he has farm here, town hall and ton of peasants, so even though he was getting extra resources, he most likely spent even more, at least gold on all of this. But now they are both here. SoulsKeeper doesn't have too many units in this area, just few warriors, so this is basically a 1v1 still. And now, of course, this will be quite difficult to push, because they have ton of hive spitters, which is really hard to kill. I'm dealing really low damage to buildings, especially the town hall. So right now I will need to accumulate a little bit more units to actually compete with this, or SoulsKeeper will have to come here with more units to help me. He's just sending the warriors there one by one, which is not ideal. Yeah, but at least I denied the income from this expansion for Suwak, so now he's not getting more resources anymore, even though his main base is still full of peasants. You can see that Suwak didn't really make a single strong army during the whole game. He's still fighting with few swordsmen, like 3, and a few peasants with that he took from his expansion. And outside of that, it's mainly Aegis now fighting here with his hive spitters, which are all really low HP thanks to my splash damage. But as you can see, he managed to kill most of my Borons, so now I lost some population. Also, my goblin hunters are now not riders anymore, but just hunters. Fortunately, I'm bringing new Borons all the time. Actually building a second stable finally, also going for the Dark Archer to maybe get some trolls. We definitely need to kill this swordsman that's giving extra armor even to the hive spitters, so it's really important to kill really soon. But yeah, as you can see, SoulsKeeper is still not really here. He has 1 warrior, but now finally he accumulated some units and he decided to make a push on Aegis, which is really smart because Aegis didn't see a single push on him yet. He has all of his units here except like 2 hive stingers, and he has only 1 tower at home, so, and he doesn't have expansion. So SoulsKeeper again most likely push it there, while on the other hand I'm actually being pushed here really hard from both of them. We see ton of hive spitters, even though they are quite low, most of them. It's still a huge army, so huge damage. Also ton of swordsmen here from Suwak, who still has that full 1 income. So now I'm straight up 1v2 here, definitely losing. But at the same time, SoulsKeeper is finally pushing here, and Aegis will just have to retreat, otherwise he'll lose at home. So even though he wants to finish these last units, he is just forced to retreat. And now it's finally a 1v1 again against Suwak. Maybe just 1 hive spitter here, that doesn't really matter. And I'm also actually not making Bestiary yet, but I have ton of resources, yeah, so now we'll make a second arena, even third. And I'm starting to produce ton of units, so maybe I will stay back a little bit for a while, and then I will push again. As you can see, SoulsKeeper is having some slight problems here, probably got attacked by a ton of hive stingers that damage these Borons really quickly. Now he's even gonna lose some. And the hive spitters came now, but as you can see, most of them are a little low HP, so they won't be able to defeat this anyways. And SoulsKeeper should be able to push Aegis actually here and kill him. As you can see, he also used all of his harvesters, so he doesn't even have income anymore and he doesn't have any resources saved up, so Aegis should be basically dead. And at the same time I'm still trying to push Suwak, even though he has 1 tower here now, so that's really difficult for me to push. He has the same thing here, and he's going even for catapults and priests, so now I think this will be quite hard for me to push. But once I get 2 trolls, which as you can see I'm already finishing a Bestiary, we're also having 3 arenas and finally also getting more witches to maybe get some heals from Borons, which I have 2 stables for, so I have really good infrastructure now. I probably would be able to push Suwak here anyways, even though he has 2 expansions or 2 bases, but it doesn't really even matter anymore because thanks to the split push we made, SoulsKeeper was actually able to kill Aegis before we needed to even worry about this. So right now, yeah, actually Suwak just calls it GG and leaves, and Aegis will of course leave as well, because he's already dead. So yeah, this was a really nice strategy. Of course, they tried that quick expansion. It was a really long push against that expansion. They were doing a really good job defending it. Unfortunately for them, they were not able to protect both bases at once, and SoulsKeeper was still able to push there afterwards. Yeah, because most of the game I was just holding them, both of them at the top, basically solo. SoulsKeeper just sent them few warriors during the game, just to help me with the front line a little bit, but outside of that he was mainly accumulating his units at home, and after that he just pushed here, and they were not able to actually defend against 2 pushes at once anymore. So yeah, let's check the results. 13 minutes, little bit shorter but still really average. SoulsKeeper actually getting the most kills after slaughtering the whole town of Aegis. Aegis and me the same, and Suwak, he just didn't have an army during the whole game. He was just defending with peasants and few swordsmen, but as you can see, yeah, he still got a little bit more resources of course, but he also spent more resources on that base, so overall for units he probably had even less than we had. But yeah, really interesting game. I hope you liked it, and next time we'll take a look at another game with SoulsKeeper. We'll see if that will be the same enemies or not. But we have 6 replays there with him, so definitely it will be probably some variation and also different maps. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care guys.